Do you think anybody actually enjoys being idle? Of course not. We want to be productive, sure, we want to achieve our goals, but we can't work out how to stop being so lazy and inactive. We throw around meaningless words like motivation and the dreaded S word to talk about things we should be doing. Do you struggle with laziness? Do you want to make more money, get healthier, or actually accomplish your goals? Fear not, you aren't alone. Most of us struggle with laziness and being productive at many times in our lives. But for some of us, it can become quite debilitating and we feel prevented from reaching our full potential. In fact, recent polls suggest 80% of people who set New Year's goals end up failing. Why is it so hard to stay productive and hang in there? What gives? In this video, we're going to give you our 5 top tips to get energized and motivated when all you want to do is hide under your blankets and watch Netflix. Make sure you hang around to the end of the video to find out how you can create a plan of action to increase your productivity. Before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more great content. So, here are our 5 top tips to overcome your lazy habits. Number 1. Focus on small, attainable goals. If just the thought of what you need to do sends you into an anxious spin, and you just can't seem to find the energy to get stuff done, try to focus on just 1 or 2 things at a time. It's so easy to focus on a huge list of things we need to do or want to achieve. The problem is, when you've got a list as long as your arm, it can really feel overwhelming and makes you want to give up before you even begin. You don't know where to start. Does this sound familiar? By focusing on just 1 or 2 things at a time, your goals will feel manageable, achievable, and as a result, you'll become more motivated. People become more motivated when they feel they have a good chance of succeeding, so only set yourself 1, 2, or even 3 easy goals to achieve at one time, and you will naturally feel more motivated and inspired. And ticking things off your to-do list feels so good, no matter how small they are. Number 2. Exercise, exercise, exercise. People often neglect the idea of exercise with thoughts of, I don't have time for that, I have far much to do, or that seems like so much effort, I can't be bothered. Actually, exercise is one of the easiest things we can do to overcome laziness. You don't have to think about it or make any complex decisions, you just do it. Whether it's going for a run or doing some jumping jacks in your living room, often you will find that overcoming physical laziness will help you out with your mental laziness too. And don't forget all of the amazing benefits exercise has on both our physical and mental health, and all of the endorphins exercise releases, so you'll naturally feel more positive and motivated to get stuff done. It's a win-win. Number 3. Don't expect perfection and ask for help when you need it. The road to success is not a straight line. There will always be speed bumps along the way. But if you stay consistent and focus on the small victories, you will succeed. Nobody is perfect after all. One thing that will help you on your journey to success is having the honesty and ability to ask for help when you need it. For some people, asking for help signifies weakness. On the contrary, studies show that not asking for help could actually set you up for failure. It's okay to ask for help. As humans, we need to positively connect with others in order to thrive. You may very well benefit from advice, reassurance, or just a listening ear when you encounter setbacks or obstacles. Equally, you may want to celebrate with someone when things are going right. We are able to develop our resilience when we have the encouragement and support from the people closest to us. So allow the important people in your life to support and help you, and be part of your life experiences. And this brings us nicely to point number 4, monitoring your internal dialogue. You know that little voice in your head commenting on your life? That's your internal dialogue. It's part of what makes us human. Your thoughts, conscious and subconscious, make notes on everything happening to you and around you all the time, and this is what gives us the ability to think about situations and make decisions. Everyone has this internal dialogue, but some of us pay more attention to it than others, and some of us are able to control and manipulate it better. It can be both helpful and unhelpful due to a little thing called neuro-linguistic programming. The basis of this being what we think and how we think it, and the language we use to do so dramatically affects our confidence, feelings of self-worth, and our mood. It is suggested that being able to manage this internal dialogue is critical for both our mental health and success in life. When people feel badly about themselves, they try to change their habits to fight off these negative feelings. They adopt positive life choices like working out, eating better, or promising themselves to be productive and reach their goals. The problem is, often when these changes are made, an all-or-nothing approach comes into play and you end up beating yourself up when you don't stick to your new plan 100%. This can lead to falling off the wagon altogether, making you feel depressed and demotivated, and so the cycle continues. The first thing in learning how to manage your internal dialogue is to acknowledge and be aware of it. Then you need to be aware of the types of thoughts you tend to have, which can include taking note of where you are taken by your internal dialogue if you let it wander and have free rein. This will give you an idea of what is bothering you in that moment. Also think about whether you tend to think positively or negatively, and if you lean towards thinking more about the past, present or future. Once you are aware of what you are thinking and your thinking patterns, you can start to change it if you need to. So to turn things around to set yourself up to become more productive, you need to develop a new relationship with yourself. Use positive self-talk to support and encourage yourself, and this will help you become emotionally invested in the new habits you're trying to set up. Over time, these new habits will become routine and much easier to execute. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate positive things you do throughout your day, no matter how small. And when you talk positively to yourself, do it in the same way you would talk to a loved one who is reassuring you. Be aware of any negative thoughts that try to muscle into your new positive thinking space. Acknowledge them, but then make them leave and refocus your mind back into a positive state. Again, this isn't about being perfect, but about taking small steps where you can reinforce positive thinking, and in turn, your productivity levels will soar. Number 5. Lastly, one of the most functional and achievable things you can do to help yourself fight against laziness is to create a plan of action. When we get excited about making a positive change or setting a new goal, we can often overlook the importance of actually sitting down and creating a plan. The excitement can cause us to rush ahead with tons of passion, but that passion will soon dwindle as the novelty of a new goal wears off, and if we don't have a plan we can refer to, progress can easily come to a halt. So you need to take time to develop a plan. Take the time to sit with yourself and reflect on your desires and goals, and think about the little steps you need to take each day to achieve them. Be realistic about the time, money, and effort involved in meeting your goals. If you create an action plan, we guarantee you will feel more confident and calmer, and when you feel discouraged, it will help to refer back to your plan and get you back on track. So the bottom line is, don't be too hard on yourself. Life is unpredictable. Some days you'll be super productive and feel ready to take on the world, and some days you'll feel unable to do anything. Allow yourself this time. It's okay. It's all part of the balance of life. If you're really struggling to get productive, reset your perspective by remembering the tips from this list. Focus on just a couple of things at a time. Exercise, monitor your internal dialogue, and create your plan of action. Don't expect to be perfect. Be kind to yourself, and remember, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. So that's going to do it for today. We hope this list has been helpful. If so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos.